Imagine being trapped in a besieged city, running out of food, out of time, and out of coins. The clock is ticking. What do? You melt down the church bells, punch out some crude coins, and pray people will still take them. Welcome to the world of panic coins. What are panic coins? It is emergency money minted during times of war, sieges, economic collapses, and/or revolutions. They are often crude, rushed, and made with whatever metal was on hand. What's the meaning of the word siege? The definition of siege comes from the Latin word sedere, meaning a conflict characterized by the involved parties. One party holding a strong defensive position while the other party has the intent of conquering by attrition or well-prepared assault. Numismatists describe the term for siege as obsidianal, also Latin for the term meaning emergency coins improvised by authorities in cities under siege. These coins scream survival. They weren't meant to last, but somehow they did. Here are some examples from the official narrative of history. The Siege of Leiden in 1574. The 80 Years' War or Dutch Revolt. The city of Leiden was surrounded by Spanish forces. The locals had already been starving for months and hit hard by the plague. And when they ran out of metal, they were ready to give up. Desperately trying to keep some kind of control, the council issued coins made with cardboard and struck them with coin dies. Yes, I said cardboard. Can you imagine that? In the last-ditch effort, they decided to break the water dikes and flood the town so they could get small relief ships in the siege. Using the cardboard coins lasted approximately 4 months and were then withdrawn for copper coins being issued in their place. How any survived a flooded town is pretty miraculous, so finding an authentic one is very rare indeed. English Civil Wars, 1642 to 1651. During the English Civil Wars, royalists towns struck their own silver coins, made with silver dinnerware and drinking cups donated by the royalist aristocrats, often irregular shapes, hand-cut, and with rough stamping, some even shaped like throat lozenges. They are very scarce and highly collectible nowadays. A Newark half-crown, or 30 pence, recently fetched $4,000 at a U.S. auction in 2021. Jewish war shekels, 66 to 70 CE. Minted by Jewish rebels for 4 months during their revolt against Rome. Only 14 are known to exist. A defiant symbol of independence. These were propaganda and currency rolled into one. Ironically, many were overstruck on Roman coins. A recent Judean example fetched $300,000 at a New York auction in 2016. Roman Barbarous Radiates, 3rd century crisis. When the Roman Empire was falling apart, debased coins were introduced by Caracalla in 215 AD, called Radiates. When the Gallic Empire came to an end in 274 AD, local townspeople needed smaller change, so they made crude imitation coins, which eventually became the Barbarous Radiates. Most were terrible copied imperial portraits of Roman emperors, and they had sort of a melted face look to them. Not official at all, and with the penalty for counterfeiting being punishable by death, they were still widely circulated when Rome couldn't keep up with the changing times. Why do they matter? Panic coins offer raw insight into human resilience and resourcefulness, with a dash of propaganda to boot. They are often uniquely minted for days or weeks, which makes them ultra rare. Most collectors don't love them for their beauty, but for the story behind them. What's the collector's angle? How to spot real siege or emergency coins. First, look it up on the internet and find an image that matches yours. Take it to a coin dealer with experience identifying these types of coins for a second opinion. And if you are still convinced you have a real siege coin, it might be better sending it off to a third-party grader for authentication. This will make it easier to sell if you choose so. What makes them valuable? Well, it's definitely not the material they are made of. It's simply the history and rarity of them. What particulars are important? The province where they came from, the context in which they were made, the rarity or literal number amount minted if known. Whatever you decide to do, use caution. Fakes do exist, especially for popular sieges. My final thoughts. In a world falling apart and in turmoil, these coins held it together, even if only for a short period of time. Panic coins remind us that money isn't just little pieces of metal. It has memories attached to it. Now let me ask you, what would you do in a panic situation? Would you be melting the church bells down too? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this side trip on money history, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and join me next time for more coin stories you might not have known before. Thanks for watching.